This worldly life is like a shadow. If you try to catch it, you will never be able to do so. If you turn your back towards it, it has no choice but to follow you. A real man is one who fears the death of his heart, not of his body. Happiness is attained by three things: being patient when tested, being thankful when receiving a blessing, and being repentant upon sinning. If the heart becomes attached to anything other than Allah, Allah makes him dependent on what he is attached to, and he will be betrayed by it. A person's tongue can give you the taste of his heart. When Allah tests you, it is never to destroy you. When He removes something in your possession, it is only in order to empty your hands for an even greater gift. If you knew the true value of yourself, you will never allow yourself to be humiliated by committing sins. Speech remains as a slave to you, but the moment it leaves your mouth, you become its slave. Beware of every hour and how it passes, and only spend it in the best possible way. Do not neglect yourself, but render it accustomed to the noblest and best of actions, and send to your grave that which will please you when you arrive to it. When there is money in your hand and not in your heart, it will not harm you, even if it is a lot. And when it is in your heart, it will harm you, even if there is none in your hands. As long as you are performing prayer, you are knocking at the door of Allah, and whoever is knocking at the door of Allah, Allah will open it for him. Be to Allah as He wishes, and He will be to you more than you can wish for. Beware of preoccupying your heart with what it has not been created for. If the heart becomes hardened, the eye becomes dry. He who keeps his heart near God will find peace and tranquility, whilst he who gives his heart to the people will find restlessness and apprehension. And if a person were given all of the world and what is in it, it would not fill his emptiness. Every love that leads away from His love is in fact a punishment. Only a love that leads to His love is a heartfelt and pure love. Sins have many side effects. One of them is that they steal knowledge from you. O people who take pleasure in a life that will vanish, falling in love with a fading shadow is sheer stupidity. Whoever mocks his brother for a sin they repented from will not die till he himself falls into the same sin. Sitting with the poor and less fortunate people removes the ego and pride from your heart. From the perfection of Allah's ihsan is that He allows His slave to taste the bitterness of the break before the sweetness of the mend. So He does not break His believing slave except to mend him, and He does not withhold from him except to give him, and He does not withhold from him except to give him, and He does not test him with hardship except to cure him. The heart will rest and feel relief if it is settled with Allah. If the heart is fed by love, the greed for pleasure would disappear. Iman is of two halves. Half is patience, sabr, and half is being thankful, shukr. The sinner does not feel any remorse over his sins. That is because his heart is already dead. Wasting time is worse than death, because death separates you from this world, whereas wasting time separates you from Allah. The soul will never become pious and purified except through undergoing afflictions. It is the same as gold that can never be pure except after removing all the base metals in it. There are 6 stages to knowledge. Firstly, asking questions in a good manner. Secondly, remaining quiet and listening attentively. Thirdly, understanding well. Fourthly, memorizing. Fifthly, teaching. Sixthly, and it is its fruit, acting upon the knowledge and keeping to its limits. Be sincere in your aim, and you will find the support of Allah surrounding you. Women are one half of society which gives birth to the other half, so it is as if they are the entire society. Patience is that the heart does not feel anger towards that which is destined, and that the mouth does not complain. How strange. You lose a little from you and you cry, and your whole life is wasting and you're laughing. If you wish to check how much you love Allah, then see how much your heart loves the Quran, and you will know the answer. If a man's patience is stronger than his whims and desires, then he is like an angel. But if his whims and desires are stronger than his patience, then he is like a devil. If his desire for food, drink, and sex is stronger than his patience, then he is no better than an animal. As long as one is following the right way, one should never be concerned about the reproaches of those who like to find faults. Love of Allah is the power of the heart, the sustenance of the heart, the light of the heart. When a person spends his entire day with no concern but Allah alone, Allah will take care of all his needs and take care of all that is worrying him. He will empty his heart so that it will be filled only with love for him. And verily, for everything that a slave loses there is a substitute. But the one who loses Allah will never find anything to replace him. Yearning for Allah and His meeting is like the gentle breeze blowing upon the heart, extinguishing the blaze of the dunya. Whosoever caused his heart to settle with his Lord shall be in a state calm and tranquility, and whosoever sent it amongst the people shall be disturbed and excessively perturbed. A true believer does not